Welcome back, my power scaling fans. Today we're diving into the astounding power of our protagonist, Burnedead. I scale characters using 6 main categories: attack potency, destruction potency, stamina, durability, regeneration, and speed. Attack potency is the amount of DC an attack can produce. Destruction potency is what you can destroy. Durability is finding a person's durability and how it should scale to a certain attack potency value and using internal and external durability. Internal durability is what the body can withstand without trying to protect itself. External durability is how the body responds to an attack that actually hits it using external measures. Mental durability is how well a character can withstand mental damage. Stamina is the measure of a character's ability to remain active and exert themselves for long periods of time and power through harsh circumstances. Finally, speed is simply how fast a character can move in a given amount of time. There are 5 types of speeds used for versus purposes: attack speed, continuous combat speed, reaction speed, travel speed, flight speed, and teleportation. Attack speed is the speed at which an attack moves. Continuous combat speed is the speed at which a character can fight. Reaction speed is the speed at which a character can react to an event or action. Travel speed is the speed at which a character or object can move by running through similar means that do not involve flight or teleportation. Flight speed is the speed at which a character or object can fly a certain distance, like going from the Earth to the Sun, for example. And teleportation is the ability to move instantaneously from one location to another without physically occupying the space in between.
Is he conscious?
Sorry, sir. You talked so long, I zoned out.
Mashle is the force to be reckoned with, possessing an impressive array of raw power. Let's start with his attack potency and destruction potency. Early on, Mashle has had a decent amount of feats, like breaking locks, even destroying iron, but those are low-level feats compared to what his attack potency should scale to. The first impressive feat is that Lance creates a crater. This is done by Lance using his gravity powers to pulverize the ground to create a crater. The amount of power needed would be enough to level a city block.
I don't need to stand to fight you.
The next feat is Brad Coleman destroying a forest. To do this, Brad would need to use enough power to decimate a multi-city block. The final feat is an attack potency feat. Mashle throws the Scorpion King. The Scorpion King is estimated to have a mass of 1,874,678.769 kilograms, and at the speed Mashle shot it into the air, it would take 31 kilotons, which is enough to decimate a town. Now let's talk about durability. Our character possesses an incredible resilience, withstanding attacks that would bring others to their knees. Newton's third law of motion dictates that for every action there is an opposite and equal reaction. Intrinsic durability. Mashle's intrinsic durability is town level. He has no extrinsic level feats. Mental durability. Mashle is mentally strong. He can withstand being hurt in multiple ways with little to no reaction. Stamina. Stamina is unknown. He hasn't been shown to go all out. Regeneration. None. Last but not least, our character speed is simply unmatched. They move with incredible agility, effortlessly invading attacks and striking with lightning fast precision. Mashle has shown a lot of impressive feats. Mashle can swim fast, Mashle can run on the water, which are both subsonic level feats. Mashle has been shown to fly.
Ooh! See that? He's hovering! Well, that takes real skill. No way! He can fly after all! He sure is kicking his legs a lot.
To do this, Mashle would have to be moving his legs at 800 miles per hour just to be able to float. Mashle is casually at transonic speeds. The final speed feat is from Abyss. This feat is hard to scale, but it can be scaled from Mach 11 to Mach 16.59. A solid hypersonic plus level feat. Eventually, Mach is able to fight at these similar level speeds. This means at a minimum, Mashle has to be moving at those speeds. Mashle has continued combat speed, attack speed at hypersonic plus. His reaction speed can be scaled higher. His flight speed, if you consider Mashle's flying speed, he is at transonic flying speeds. Burnedead boasts extraordinary power, destruction potency, durability, stamina, and speed. He truly is a force of nature. Attack potency, town level, destruction potency, multi-city block level. Or so you thought. That the video ends. If you do not want to get spoiled by the manga, get the hell out now. So quick question before I get to the answers to current level Mashle. How strong do you think Mashle is? Is he country level, continental level, planet level? Do you think he could destroy Ichigo? Where do you place Mashle Burnedead? With that out of the way, this is where the stats get wonky and makes the verse a bit messy to skill. It's just a bunch of multipliers and a few important points that have to be made right now. Doom upscales this verse to an insane degree because of his multipliers, even if the verse doesn't have that level feats to back it up. The first feat is a destruction potency level feat. Mashle throws a giant 6,042 meters into the air at subsonic speeds. The amount of power needed would be give me a moment, it's a fuck ton of math. 128.980 gigatons or large island level. The next feat is a feat that relies on a statement that I normally wouldn't take seriously, but it's close enough to other feats of the verse that it has done, so I'll take it for now. Levy's railgun is stated to decimate a country, so we don't know the size of the country, or even the average size of the country for this planet. For this, we just average out the average country size using our own planets, and then figure out how much power is needed to destroy that said country. To do this, 7.8 teratons of TNT are needed, which places this as a country level feat. Mashle and base upscales from this. Doom at 20% is equal to Mosh, at 30% Doom is stronger, and at 50% Doom is equal to bracelets off Mosh. And we do know that from 30 to 50% it's a 10% multiplier, which gets Mosh with bracelets off at 78 teratons. Just another country level feat. From 50 to 78 it's another 10, and from 70 to 90 it's another 10, and finally the last 10 is the 5%, so that comes out to 1,950 teratons or 1.95 petatons of TNT, placing him at continental level power. Finally, Doom has a secant, which we are told secants are always 10 plus multipliers, so that gets us to 19.5 petatons, a large continental level feat. Mashle scales above this. Innocent Zero scales above Mosh and Doom. Innocent Zero defeats Mosh effortlessly. This means he has to be at least a 7 times multiplier. This means we had to use a 7 times multiplier at a minimum. So Innocent Zero is at base 136.5 petatons. After absorbing the heart of all his children, he should at least get another 7x multiplier. This gets him to 955.5 in his demonic form. I almost forgot, Innocent Zero also summons Kronos, who we are told also increases all of Innocent Zero's stats. At a minimum, this is a 3x multiplier, getting him to 2,866.5 petatons or 2.8665 exatons, a multi-continental level of power. Finally, he goes into his perfected form, which should also at a minimum be a 7x multiplier. That places Innocent Zero at 20.55 exatons. Now this is a huge maybe, but if he's going to do it or not, Innocent Zero should have a secant, which we know is always a 10x multiplier. If he does summon one, this would place Innocent Zero at 200.655 exatons or moon level powers of destruction. To conclude, since Mosh is going to win his match, he should scale to at least be stronger than Innocent Zero by how many times? Who knows? But at a minimum, end of story Mosh should be moon level. Durability. Mosh's durability should at a minimum also be moon level because of everything I said beforehand. Stamina. Mashle has superhuman stamina. During his fight against Carpaccio, who could transfer any damage he takes to his opponent, Mashle received enormous punishment from having the force of every attack being transferred to him, but even so he continued punching Carpaccio over and over until the limit of the goddess statue that produced this effect began to break, and by the end of it he hardly looked affected by the damage taken. He was also able to continue fighting momentarily after his heart was taken from him. Regeneration. None. Finally, we're on the speed feed. Dupe can keep up with Mosh at 30%, who's moving at over 30 times FTL. We know Mosh is moving at 35.38 FTL because he's able to blitz Domina. Mosh is able to create 10,000 after images. He moves before Domina even realizes it. With the amount of after images and the distance covered, Mosh would have to be moving at 35.38 FTL. Next, I'll use two different ways to scale Mosh's speed. We can use all the multipliers I used earlier, and we can also use Doom's speed statement stating that every 20% of his speed is double that. I'll start with the lower end statement that's from Doom. From 30 and below, it's at 35.38. From 40 to 50%, it's 70.76 FTL. From 50 to 70, Doom is at 141.52 FTL. From 70 to 100%, it's 2.5 times faster, so he's at 353.8 FTL. Doom's Secant is a 10x multiplier, so 3,530 FTL. Next, I'll use the 7x, 3x, and 7x I used earlier. This gets Mosh and Innocent Zero to 60,146 FTL. Finally, with Innocent Zero slowing down time to 1/100 of Mashle's regular speed, and Mashle being able to keep up with him, he's at 6,014,600 times FTL. Now I'm going to use the higher end multipliers I used earlier. This would place Mashle at 1,404,585 FTL. Mashle reaction speed scales above this. His slight speed can also go up to that amount. I almost forgot, Innocent Zero slows down Mashle's speed to 1/100 of his regular speed. This means Mashle should be moving at 140,458,500 times faster than the speed of light. He's insanely fast. To conclude, my judgment has Mashle Burnedead, and the story at attack potency, moon level minimum, destruction potency, moon level minimum, durability intrinsic, moon level minimum, extrinsic, none, mental, high, stamina, superhuman, regeneration, none, speed, continuous combat speed, massively FTL plus, attack speed, massively FTL plus, reaction speed, massively FTL plus, flight speed, massively FTL plus, travel time, unknown, teleportation, none. Insane levels of power if you use multipliers. It's the main reason I don't use multipliers if I can. Anyways, hopefully everyone enjoyed this insightful video on Mashle Burnedead. Give this video a like, subscribe, share the video, and comment. I plan on doing an update on Mashle when the story ends if I need to add some stuff. Bye.